There's a quirk in human nature that runs deep as bedrock, a stubborn streak that makes a man reach for things the Lord never meant him to touch. Folks will go hunting trouble, chase after the very things that can destroy him, and then turn around and blame God when the storm breaks, though He warned them plain and early what was waiting down that trail. And nowadays, it seems more and more people get wrapped up in the supernatural, prowling after shadows as if darkness ever held an answer worth having. The Bible doesn't leave us blind on the subject. It gives us a trail marker clear as a lantern in the night. Take King Saul, for instance. The Lord had long stopped speaking to him because of his disobedience, yet Saul still went running after forbidden knowledge. Then said Saul unto his servants, Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit. 1 Samuel 28:7. And he found the witch of Endor, and sought counsel from the dead. That act of rebellion and witchcraft sealed his doom. Scripture says plainly, So Saul died for his transgression, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it, and inquired not of the Lord. 1 Chronicles 10:13-14. You can't untangle the supernatural curiosity of man from witchcraft, because the Lord Himself tied a warning knot around both. God didn't mince words about meddling in the dark. There shall not be found among you a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. Deuteronomy 18:10-12. He said it was abomination, no gray areas, no second guessing, no soft place to land. So why, then, are folks so determined to chase ghosts and spirits and every spook story that drifts across their path? Is it because they've lost their faith in God and gone hunting for proof the way a thirsty man hunts a creek? Do they reckon that if they could just see a ghost, then they'd finally believe? If that's so, they're walking blindfolded toward the edge of a cliff, for that notion is more dangerous than most men dare to reckon with. The Bible sets the matter straight. But without faith it is impossible to please Him. Hebrews 11:6. And again, For by grace are ye saved through faith. Ephesians 2:8. Then Hebrews defines faith itself. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. The Lord built faith on the unseen. A man cannot have faith in what he already knows by sight. Once sight arrives, faith rides off. Its work is done. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Sight ends faith. Knowledge replaces trust. The moment a man sees the proof he demanded, he loses the very thing God requires to save him. And here's the stone most folks stumble over. If a lost man ever stands face to face with some dark spirit, whether ghost, demon, or anything that crawls out of that shadowed realm, his chance for faith might die on the spot. For if spirits are proven, then all spiritual truth becomes undeniable, and many souls wander this world denying hell, denying judgment, denying God Himself. But the second they behold a demon with their own eyes, they'll know, sudden and certain, that hell is real, demons are real, and God is real. But by then, they'll be beyond faith, because faith can't survive where knowledge commands the field. The Bible warns that even demons produce belief, but not the kind that saves. Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. James 2:19. Trembling belief isn't saving faith. Sight-born knowledge isn't grace. The devils know, and yet remain damned forever. A man who sees the other side with his naked eyes may spend the remainder of his days knowing God is true, knowing hell is certain, and knowing he squandered his chance to trust Christ freely by faith. All because he hunted proof instead of bowing to the truth when the door of mercy still stood open. The Scriptures say, Today, if ye will hear His voice, harden not your hearts. Hebrews 3:15. Not tomorrow, not after proof, not after signs, today. And Jesus himself warned, "An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign." Matthew 12:39. The more a man demands signs and proofs, the further he wanders from the narrow trail. So before a soul goes looking for spirits in the dark, he'd best weigh the matter careful. Some doors, once open, never close again, and some truths, once seen, leave no room for faith, and without faith, no room for grace. Just something to chew on a while.